And welcome back. It is now News Now, reaching you live from iBrandTV News here in Lagos State. My name is Uchechukwu Onodu. And 8 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by gunmen in northern Kaduna State 2 weeks ago have escaped from their captors. The students were seized by an armed gang on their way home from a government secondary school in Awon, in the area of Kachia. Kaduna State Security Commissioner Samuel Aruon says the students escaped through a thick forest near the border with Niger State. He said the students walked for days before being found by some villagers. They have been taken to a military facility in Kaduna to receive medical attention. Gangs who operate mostly in remote parts of northwest Nigeria often kidnap students and demand hefty ransom payments for their freedom. The Chinese government has denied funding militants to access Nigerian mining sites, adding that it will never be involved in any form of terrorism financing. China had reacted to a report by a British news platform about financing terrorists to access Nigeria's mineral resources through a statement denying its involvement. The report, dated April 15, 2023, entitled "Chinese bribed Nigerian militants for access to vast mineral reserves," claimed that Beijing could be indirectly funding terror in Nigeria. However, the Chinese embassy said the report is based on unverified, unclear, and unproven information, to which they have to express their strong dissatisfaction and objection. President Muhammadu Buhari on Wednesday sued for calm from all parties involved in the board chairmanship tussle of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, saying that due judicial process would take its course. This comes barely 24 hours after a federal high court Abuja restored Senator Ifeanyi Ararume as the non-executive chairman of the NNPCL. The court set aside his removal by the president, which happened on January 17, 2023, and granted award 5 billion naira damages against Buhari. Ararume had sued Buhari, praying the court to declare his removal as the NNPCL chief illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional, and that it was a total breach of common law under which the NNPCL was incorporated. Reacting to the development on Wednesday, the president, according to a statement signed by his spokesman, Femi Adesina, said the administration respects the rule of law and nothing will be done outside it to resolve the matter. Still in the news, the governing board of Nigeria Immigration Service on Wednesday served a retirement notice to the acting Controller General of the service, Issa Idris, effective on April 24, 2023. In a memo, the board cited the expiration of the one-year extension of service granted by President Muhammadu Buhari, directing the Controller General to hand over to the most senior Deputy Controller General. The memo, dated April 17, 2023, was signed by the Civil Defense, Correctional, Fire and Immigration Services Board Secretary Obasi Edmond on the orders of the board chairman and Interior Minister Ralph Aregbesola. It is titled "Notification of Expiration of One-Year Extension in Office as Acting Controller General, Nigeria Immigration Service." Idris, who was Deputy Controller General Accounting, assumed duty as acting head of the service in September of 2021 after the retirement of the former Controller General, Mohammed Babandede. No fewer than 3,298 inmates across the custodial centers in Nigeria are on death row, the Nigerian Correctional Service has revealed. Its public relations officer, Abubakar Umar, who disclosed this on Wednesday in Abuja, however, said the term condemned criminal had been abrogated. He explained that with the emergence of the Nigerian Correctional Service Act 2019, which made the prisons correctional centers, the term condemned criminal was abrogated as it is stigmatizing. He said that the service preferred to use a more friendly term for inmates on death row. Umar pointed out that their sentences were not always carried out immediately they were imposed, adding that some inmates on death row had been there since they were arrested up to when they were tried and sentenced. Human rights activists under the platform of the Center for Human and Socio-Economic Rights have called on Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and security agents to prioritize halting the menace of land grabbing across the state. The activists, who particularly highlighted the threat to public peace by land grabbers in Ojomu communities in Etiosa, called for government's intervention to stop incessant harassment, criminal trespass and violent activities by land grabbers in the state. iBrandTV's Igboje Ikoria has details.
Speaking at a news conference in Lagos State, President of CHSR, Mr. Alex Omotense, said the security and welfare of the people should be more paramount to the governor of the state, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Omotense said the group is deeply concerned by the continuous threats to public peace as a result of the unlawful activities of land grabbers in Ojomu community, otherwise referred to as Ajeron land, in Etiosa local government area of the state.
The civil society stakeholder under the platform of Center for Human and Socio-Economic Rights are deeply concerned by the continuous threat to public peace as a consequence of the unlawful activities of land grabbers in Ojomu community, otherwise refer to Ajiron land, in the Etiosa local government area of Lagos State. Civil society stakeholders therefore consider it compelling to address the media with the view to drawing the attention to the perilous situation in Ojomu community and to demand urgent action from relevant authorities in Lagos State as well as security agencies and other relevant institutions.
According to the group, if the state anti-land grabbing agency fails to protect victims, the people may resort to self-help, which will not help the state. On the Ojomu community's case, the group said the intervention of civil society stakeholders had become imperative to put an end to reckless abuse of human rights and to forestall further disorderliness in Ajeron land in the interest of the public. He described the situation in the community as malicious disobedience to constituted authorities as well as brazen disregard for the laws of Lagos State as enforceable in line with the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This petition includes those forwarded to the Nigerian police as well as ministries, agencies and critical actors of Lagos State government, namely the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Chief of Staff to the Governor of Lagos State, Honorable Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Honorable Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, General Manager, Lagos State Building Control Agencies, and Coordinator, Lagos State Special Task Force on Land Grabbers.
It has been a restless one. Different stakeholders, including traditional rulers, have been writing letters calling the attention of concerned offices, including the police, to the issue, and that notwithstanding, little or nothing has been done. So we, as members of the civil society, also thought we should come up with our own expertise to also raise our voice on the issue of threat to life, consistent abuse of human rights, and deliberate attempts to deprive people of their right to property that they have documents and have also taken possession some years ago.
The group said that petitions had been forwarded to the Nigerian police as well as ministries, agencies and critical actors of Lagos State government, including the governor, his chief of staff and the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. Igboje Ikoria, reporting for iBrandTV News.